Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the weekly press briefing of the Kosovo Specialist Chambers, where we aim to provide journalists of an update on the latest developments at the court and the opportunity to ask questions. On Sunday, 3rd of July, pursuant to an order issued by the Court of Appeals panel, the KSC registry managed a custodial visit of Husni Guzzati to Kosovo to meet immediate family due to compelling humanitarian grounds. Mr. Guzzati remained in detention and in the custody of the court during the visit. EULEX and the Kosovo police supported the KSC during the custodial visit. Mr. Guzzati was transferred back to the KSC detention facilities in the evening of 3rd July. The decision of the Court of Appeals panel can be found on the KSC website. This week also saw a number of developments in the Guzzati and Haradinaj appeal proceedings. On 1st July, the Court of Appeals panel ordered Nasim Haradinaj to refile within 1 week from the notification of its decision his notice of appeal in its entirety for reasons that included non-compliance with the requirements for such filings. The rules provide that a notice of appeal, among other things, must clearly specify which errors of fact, law, or sentencing are being alleged in which parts of the trial judgment. The appeals panel also considered that both Mr. Guzzati and Mr. Haradinaj could not incorporate in a blanket manner each other's submissions. The panel also struck one ground from Mr. Guzzati's notice of appeal and ordered him to refile it within the same deadline should he wish to maintain the content of that ground. On Tuesday, 5th July, the pre-appeal conference took place, presided by Judge Michel Picard, during which Mr. Guzzati and Mr. Haradinaj were given the opportunity to raise any issues related to their detention, including health-related issues. Parts of the hearing were held in private session. In terms of next steps in the Guzzati and Haradinaj case, their appeal briefs setting out the arguments for each ground of appeal are to be filed by 19th August 2022. In the case of Hashim Thaçi, Kadri Veseli, Recep Selimi, and Jakub Krasniqi, the next status conference has been scheduled for 13th July 2022 at 1:30 in the afternoon. On 30th June 2022, the president of the KSC assigned a Supreme Court panel to decide on a request from the Veseli defense for protection of legality against an appeals panel decision related to Mr. Veseli's detention. Protection of legality is an extraordinary legal remedy that the defense may request under the KSC Rules of Procedure and Evidence against decisions ordering or extending detention on remand. Such request must allege a violation of criminal law or a substantial violation of the procedure. The members of the Supreme Court panel are the judges Ekaterina Trendafilova, Christine van den Wijngaard, and Michael Bolander. According to the Rules of Procedure and Evidence, President Trendafilova shall preside over any Supreme Court panel. On 6 July 2022, the Specialist Chamber of the Constitutional Court, composed of the judges Vida Stansland, Rumen Nankov, and Romina Nkati, issued its decision on the referral by Pieter Schala, alleging violations of his fundamental rights and challenging the KSC jurisdiction. The panel found the referral premature and therefore declared it inadmissible, pursuant to Article 113(7) of the Constitution, Article 49(3) of the law, and Rule 14 of the Rules of Procedure for the Specialist Chamber of the Constitutional Court. In other news, on Monday of this week, KSC President Ekaterina Trendafilova hosted an outreach event online with civil society and journalists from Kosovo. In the course of the 2-hour event, the president informed the participants about the status of proceedings and answered questions. Thank you very much. That is all from me. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to respond.